and this is Chasey Poo.
And Zuja.
And today is the first installment of the Queer Vegan Kitchen. What are we making today?
Vegan pizza.
Ooh. I will be making the dough, and then after I finish the dough, she will be making the sauce, and then after we're gonna talk and it's all gonna come together. And she is not vegan, I am vegan, so she will have cheese on her pizza. But, you know, not everybody who watches my videos are vegan, so that's gonna be great for people who aren't vegan, right?
Yeah.
What do you want on your pizza?
Cheese.
And what?
I'm the queen of weird toppings, and I'm kind of like a not pregnant woman with like pregnant cravings. Like, you know the pickles and ice cream thing? That's almost me.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking black bean avocado for mine, but we'll see how it gets from there. Let's start doing that dough. So what we have right here is all the ingredients that we're going to be needing today. These are the ingredients for the sauce, which we're not going to be looking at right now. Right now, we are going to strictly deal with the dough because that's what I'm going to be making. So, what are you going to need for the dough? First thing you're going to need is flour. This is multi-grain flour that we will be using. We're trying to eat healthy, so multi-grain it is. It's in a weird bag like this because we went to Bulk Barn. And yeah, so whatever, flour is just flour. You're gonna need a packet of yeast, and remember, I'm making 2 pizzas right now, right? One vegan for me and one vegetarian for my boo. So you're gonna need 2 packages of instant yeast. It's fine if you want 1 pizza, then you just use 1 package of yeast. It's basically 1 pizza, 1 yeast. You're gonna need some salt, you're gonna need some sugar, vegetable oil, and you're gonna need some hot water, but you know, if I show you hot water right now, what's the point? You're not really gonna get it. 2 bowls, measuring cups, and a beautiful book to put your recipe on. So because I'm making 2 pizzas, that's why I have 2 bowls here. Because it's gonna be dough, it's gonna get sticky and stuff like that. I'm making 2 different doughs together, so that so that I don't have to like chop them up later. So right now we're just gonna focus on one of them. So let's start with our first dough. All right, so the first thing that you're gonna do is get 2 cups of flour. So you gotta make sure that you don't pack it in. So that's good for 1. I really hope that you can see everything that I'm doing here. It's like the first time I'm like filming myself with food. So 2 cups, that's a lot. This is gonna make like a 15-inch pizza, you know, 8 servings around, depending on how thick you want it. But it's definitely like a-okay to do like whatever you want. All right, next is the packaged yeast. So I'm going to, like I said previously, take 2 packages. This is ridiculous. Like, how is a human supposed to cut through this? Oh my god, it went everywhere. Okay, then that's fine. Just put 1 packet of yeast in there. So that's what happens when you cook with Chasey Poo. Yeast goes everywhere. The yeast is rising. Ew, that's disgusting. Oh, it smells like yeast. The yeast has exploded everywhere. You're gonna need 3/4 teaspoon of salt, so 3/4. So I don't have 3/4, but I have 1/4. So it's gonna be 3 of these. That looks like a lot of salt, so because I'm trying to be health conscious, definitely not gonna put 3/4. I'm gonna put, oh, there you go, that's enough. It just exploded everywhere. So like, to me, it's funny because I'm not, you know, I'm not a chef. I don't do this for a living. I just make sure that salt explodes all over one of the pizzas and the other one doesn't really have that much salt. That's how I do. That when you work with me, that's how we work. Things explode on each other. That's how we do. All right, so once this is in, you just gotta, you know, just stir it a little bit, and now we're gonna blend all of this together in the hot water that we're gonna put in, and the oil and the sugar. So when we put that in, we actually have to stir by hand, so it's gonna be lots of fun to do that, get it all sticky all over your hands. All right, so here I have my 1 cup of hot water that you're gonna just dip in here, and then once that's in there, you're gonna add 1 tablespoon, so it's one of these big ones, of vegetable oil, which seems like a lot, but you know, it's the binding agent of this, so that's completely normal. So you're gonna go ahead and 1 tablespoon, and then what I don't really like is that you actually have to add 1 tablespoon of sugar. I'm trying to be healthier, so I'm definitely not gonna add as much sugar. I'm probably gonna add half of it. I know it's supposed to be sweet and stuff like that, but really, like, that is plenty of sugar for me. So now that all the ingredients are in there, it kind of looks weird. So very oaty because this is some multi-grain ass. So we're gonna go ahead and start stirring it by hand. And the reason why we're doing this is because once it's all together, we gotta knead it. I don't know if you know what that is, but I'll definitely show you. Oh man, this is mushy. So I have the bag of flour beside me here because this seems a bit too sticky to me to be pizza dough. But then I remembered, right, it actually has to sit there, you know, for a couple of, you know, sometimes it takes half an hour, sometimes it takes an hour after you make the dough to sit and rise, because it needs to rise. That's why there's yeast in there. So to me, this is too sticky, a little too sticky. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add a little bit of flour to it, just so that it can become like a ball, because I really do need to knead into it. So let's go ahead and just add a little more flour. Oh, here it is. I did not add that much. It's just like to coat it, right? So to me, now this is flour. So I'm gonna go ahead and knead it. And what I actually need to do is to show you exactly how to knead it. So I'm gonna take it out of the bowl so that you can, you know, actually see what I'm doing. So you're gonna take a chopping board, whatever it's called, put a little flour on it because you don't want it to stick to it. And you know, I'm kind of regretting this whole wheat flour only because it's great because it's whole wheat, but it's not that great because there's all these like oatmeal fucking like chunks into it, which is not something that I'm really, you know, into. So as you can see, because this is dough, you really gotta work it. You gotta work it. Let me work here, put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. Isn't that the song? Yeah. I don't think I would make a really great like cooking show host. I'm just like, all that I'm doing is messing up on everything. Like, I honestly thought that I had only added 1 cup of flour, and that kind of freaked me out. And you know, this is gonna be like a long cooking video when it's already been 10 minutes and you're just on the first part of the video, which is making the dough and kneading it so that it can actually rise. So, look at this ball. This is I'm really proud of this. Definitely gonna keep kneading it though, because you do have to work it for at least 3 minutes. So let's continue doing that. All right, so once about 3 minutes is gone, you're probably gonna have some residue on your hands, whatever. You're gonna make this into a ball after you've kneaded it, remember this. And you're gonna go ahead and put it in a bowl. So the reason why we're doing this is, like I said previously, is we have to let it rise. So in a bowl, just like that. So you just put it in a bowl. And then this is one of the things that I forgot to mention in the beginning. You have to take some saran wrap and you're gonna wrap the bowl with it. Now, you have to really tighten it up because it's going to rise. And you know, it's easier to rise, I guess, if there's no air. I don't fucking know. So there's our dough. And I'm gonna go ahead and make the dough for the second pizza. But we're gonna skip right now to the sauce making with Zuzia. So the sauce is actually gonna be really easy to make, so it's no worries if you wanna make it. If you just wanna buy like store-bought spaghetti sauce, you can definitely do that as well, but it's really uncomfortable to be doing this when the camera's so low. Here's Zuzia with the sauce.
Our recipe calls for tomato paste, tomato sauce, garlic, paprika, and oregano. So we got kind of lucky and we bought paste that already had herbs in it. So we're gonna be skipping the oregano part. And if you're a broke, busy college student like us, we are doubling the recipe so that we can just make spaghetti or something. The recipe calls for 15 ounces of tomato sauce and 6 ounces of tomato paste. So I'm just gonna do this really quickly.
Which is so weird that it's in ounces because we're in Canada and we don't deal with ounces, so...
Chase, don't steal the spotlight, it's my turn. And then, right, 6 ounces of tomato paste. Damn it. Ooh, that was an attractive face. So, thanks Chase for opening the cans for me. If you're accident prone, like I am, it's good to have someone to open cans for you. If you know me, last summer I had a can opening incident that involved a knife and a broken can opener. And me getting 4 stitches, long story short. Never again. Honestly, these noises. So you're supposed to put 1.5 teaspoons of garlic but we really like garlic, and we're doubling the rest. You don't really have to cook this, so we're just gonna make it in a bowl. Part of that is because everything really just came from a can. Obviously it gets cooked when we put it in the oven as well. Chase is like, you only have 15 minutes to make this, so. Okay. Now if you are not like us and you're putting oregano in it, you're gonna put a tablespoon. Maybe even more, because I think oregano is kind of the the herb that makes it really pizza tasting. It's the go-to spice for pizza. We're really big fans of paprika, obviously. So, you're supposed to put 1 teaspoon of paprika. And I'm putting more. And obviously just mix everything up. And as soon as I'm done mixing this, I'm just gonna put it to the side and we're gonna check on our dough.
All right, so the next and almost final step is you're gonna take out your dough, and here it is. It's I don't fucking know, whatever. It rose a lot. So now we have to obviously like flatten it out so it actually be pizza. So you have to put, you're gonna have to put flour on here. Make sure this is a clean surface also, and let you remove everything that's kind of distracting. So you take out the dough here, and you're gonna put it right on top of it, and back to kneading here, because we're gonna have to roll this baby out. So I don't have a roller, a pin roller, I don't even know what it's called, whatever. So what I'm gonna do is use a glass, and again, just put a little bit of flour, because you don't want this baby to stick onto it. So as you can see, I mean, this is just how I'm rolling it. It's gonna be broken a little bit. You know, I'm not a professional here. I'm not gonna lift it up over my head and make it look so cool. Just make sure it's kind of like even, or else it's not gonna really cook evenly that well. And if there's like spaces, you know, if you wanna just flip it, you can do that. If you wanna just make it like crusty, do whatever you want. So for me, you know, it's a bit thick, that's how I like it. So I'm gonna make sure it's all flat. You know, I probably have some like real cooks that are watching this to probably make fun of me, whatever. I'm just gonna roll this here so that it makes some nice, what's it called? Crust. And because I'm like super excited about this, and I really haven't made my own pizza in like years, I want to try half of the pizza to have like vegan cheese filling inside. This is Daiya, the vegan cheese that I will be using. So I just want to, this is the mozzarella kind as well. So it's like the pizza. It's really great, this cheese. And if you're not vegan and you're like, ew, that's disgusting. Oh, it smells so good. I can't wait to have you inside me. So I just want to see what it would be like. So I'm just going to fill it here. So after this is done, I should probably let you know that you should probably put this on a pizza pan and make it circular, but I don't have time for that. I'm actually just gonna put this on tin foil and stick it in the oven when it's done. Preheat your oven to 425. So the pizzas are done. No, they're not. No, the dough is done. I just rolled the dough. It looks really bad. Whatever, if you judge me, I'll cut you. So now we're gonna put stuff on our pizza. I'm gonna do like a burrito type pizza. So blackberry, avocado, corn, and sauce, and my vegan cheese, and Susha.
I'm just going to do corn, olives, green peppers, and lots of cheese.
We're weird.
Yeah.
It's okay. Let's do it. Alright, and now the pizzas are complete and we'll be going in the oven. It's going to be a bit of a challenge because we're just doing it on tinfoil, but we'll manage. We'll manage. And here's the finished product. They've just spent about 15 to 20 minutes in the oven and they're ready to go. So let's go ahead and eat the whole wheat goodness right now. Thank you so much for joining us. I really had a very fun time doing the Queer Vegan Kitchen with all of you. And if you have any recipes or anything that you'd like me to do, please let me know.